My brother graduated school and he got a job, and he was living with a family on a farm in western Illinois. And so I jumped on my motorcycle and went out to go see him. And I remember it was a really hot afternoon, and I pulled into the barnyard, and in the middle of the field there was this huge horse trough, and there was a snorkel sticking up out of the water. And this person came up out of it and came up to me, and she said, "You must be Dick's brother Dave. I'm Dale." And I knew at that moment, I've heard of love at first sight, and that was it to me. You know, typical me, I blew it. And time passed, 17 years went by. I remember asking God, can you please put a woman into my life? And about a week later, I get a phone call and says, "Hey, Paulus, this is Dale. I'm gonna be in Chicago for a dinner and I need a date." And I would like to think that God changed me from a boy and turned me into a man, because this time I wasn't gonna blow it. And I made sure that I said yes, and I went to go see her, and we had dates, and I started court. And then 2 years later, we were married on the lakefront in Chicago. And we just had a typical life. We had a good family life, and things were going great. But then everything changed. March 16th, 2014, we were going on a trip, and she was complaining about some pain in her stomach. And they ran some tests, and then did a scan, and they found a mass. It was cancer. I remember the doctor coming out, and he was pretty blunt with me. He said, she has late-stage cervical cancer, and she's gonna die. March 28th, 2016, God took her home. My heart was broken. I was lost. And I remember pleading to God, what should I do? What can I do? And about 3 months into it, I remember a sermon that I heard from Bill Hybels, and it talked about the man that was in a similar situation. He had lost his family, and he was watching a sunset, and the night was coming in, and he kept running towards the sunset, trying to keep in the light, because he felt the darkness coming over him. And then as he was running, he heard God's word saying, just stop what you're doing. I want you to turn around and run directly into the darkness, because that's the way you're going to get to the sunrise and the light. I thank God for 16 amazing years with Dale. She always lifted me up, and I carried her around on a satin pillow and wanted her to have the best life too. And I think that's what I hope for everybody, is they find somebody like that lifts them up. And God is obviously the number one, but he puts these people in our lives, and we got to remember that he did it for a reason. My name is Dave, and this is my story.